Okay guys, Matt Draven here with my Christmassy review of Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas. This movie is highly liked by a lot of people, and I can easily see why. But if you don't like it, it's your opinion, and I'm not going to disagree and start an argument over it. You're entitled to your opinion. But I personally like the movie, and we're going to find out why. So let's get started with the review.
"'Twas a long time ago, longer now than it seems, in a place that perhaps you've seen in your dreams. For the story that you are about to be told took place in the holiday worlds of old. Now, you've probably wondered where holidays come from. If you haven't, I'd say it's time you begun."
So the movie starts off with
to see something strange. Come with us and you will see. This our town of Halloween. This is Halloween, this is Halloween. Pumpkins scream in the dead of night. This is Halloween, everybody make a scene. Trick or treat, till the neighbors gonna die of fright. It's our town, everybody scream. In this town of Halloween.
I am the one hiding under your bed, teeth ground sharp and eyes glowing red.
I am the one hiding under your stairs, fingers like snakes and spiders in my hair.
This is Halloween, this is Halloween, 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 Halloween. In this town we call home, everyone hail to the pumpkin song.
In this town, don't we love it now? Everybody's waiting for the next surprise.
One that corner man hiding in the trash can. Something's waiting at a punch and pound.
Hooray, this is Halloween! Red and black.
And slimy green.
Aren't you scared?
Well, that's just fine. Say it once, say it twice. Take a chance and roll the dice. Ride with the moon in the dead of night.
Everybody scream! Everybody scream!
In our town of Halloween.
I am the clown with the tearaway face.
Here in a flash and bother the trace.
I am the who and you call who's there.
I am the shadow on the moon at night, filling your dreams to the brim with fright.
This is Halloween, this is Halloween, 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 Halloween.
Tender rumblings everywhere. Life's no fun without a good scare.
That's our job.
But we're not mean in our town of Halloween.
In this town, don't we love it now? Everyone's waiting for the next surprise. Skeleton Jack might catch you in the back and
Scream like a banshee, make you jump
out of your skin. This is Halloween.
Everybody scream.
Won't you please make way for a very special guy?
Old Man Jack is king of the pumpkin patch. Everyone hail to the pumpkin king. Now this is Halloween. This is Halloween. Halloween, 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 Halloween.
In this town we call home. Everyone hail to the pumpkin song.
wait a second. Are those skeletons being hung?
Scream!
Oh wow, they are! Okay. I thought witches, ghosts, schools, all those kind of things were only supposed to be scared by really scaring and threatening things. Not a scarecrow.
Would you like to see my mask?
Never mind.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Hold it! We haven't given out prizes yet.
And now we see Jack walking into the graveyard, contemplating his recent actions, how everything's like the same, and he awakes his dog, Zero. This leads to another fantastic musical number.
There are few who deny.
Okay, I feel I should state this now since we're about to start the second song of the movie, that there are two voice actors, or, voice actors for Jack in this movie. The first one is Chris Sarandon, and he does like all the normal talking, non-singing. Yeah, he does like all the normal talking parts for Jack. And Danny Elfman, the guy who composed all the music of this movie, is the guy who voices Jack in the singing.
This part leads to a segment where Jack is sleepwalking. Yeah, sleepwalking.
Where are we? What is this?
And he stumbles upon the doors to different holiday realms. He finally opens one, but nothing happens at first, and snow starts to fly out of the door. And he gets dragged into a new realm of Christmas Town.
What's this?
This allows Jack to feel kind of like a childlike sense of wonder, as he explores this very colorful and odd town.
Hold on. Before we go on with this review, I want you all to see how dependent people are on Jack. And I mean really dependent. He hasn't been gone for long. I think maybe a night. So just watch this.
Jack! I've got the plans for next Halloween. I need to go over them with you so we can get started. Jack, please, I'm only an elected official here. I can't make decisions by myself. We've got to find Jack! There's only 365 days left till next Halloween!
I looked in every mausoleum. We opened the sarcophagi.
I tromped through the pumpkin patch. I peeked behind the Cyclops' eye. I did, but he wasn't there.
While Jack is gone, the town doesn't understand how to work without him, so they search everywhere. We learn in this time that Sally is actually smart, but it's only to go out and search for Jack.
But as soon as Sally drugs the professor, Jack immediately comes into town. So we just learned that the last scene was completely pointless. That's good.
I want to tell you about Christmas Town, but you must.
In order for Jack to explain Christmas Town to the residents of Halloween Town, he has to sing a delightful tune to explain the difference between the two worlds, trying to get them to have Christmas.
Let me show you. You don't understand. That's not the point of Christmas land. We pick up an oversized sock and hang it like this on the wall. Oh yes, does it still have a foot?
Let me see, let me look. Is it rotted?
So, everyone misinterprets everything he has said, trying to make it more of a Halloween night than Christmas. So, Jack has to think of a way to bring Christmas to Halloween Town.
Perhaps they just spring out and scare girls and boys.
What a splendid idea! This Christmas sounds fun. I fully endorse it. Let's try it at once.
Just because I cannot see it doesn't mean I can't believe it. You know,
The song shows that Jack is getting determined to complete his goal, but is getting impatient that his experiments aren't working.
Not anyone, in fact, but me. Why, I can make a Christmas tree, and there's no reason I can find I couldn't handle Christmas time. I bet I could improve it too, and that's exactly what I'll do. Eureka!
Sent for us.
Specifically by name.
Look.
Shock.
We are introduced to Boogie's boys, Lock, Shock, and Barrel.
The job I have for you is top secret. Absolutely no one is to know about it.
He assigns them with the specific job of kidnapping the jolly old fat man. This leads to the kids singing a song about capturing, torturing, and locking away Santa.
No, I'm not joking. That's really what they're gonna do.
This device is
Jack is assigning parts to his followers for his vision of Halloween Town, Then the children return with a sack filled with a holiday icon, but it's the wrong one. This sack has the Easter Bunny, but not Santa Claus, of which they refer to as Sandy Claus.
No, now that's all wrong. This thing.
Tire Town sings a song of them preparing for Jack's
Try something
Christmas.
fresher, something pleasant. Try again, don't give up.
All together, that and this, with all our tricks, we're making Christmas time. This time, making Christmas, la la la. It's almost here, and we can't wait.
So ring the bells and celebrate.
When the full moon starts to light, we'll all sing out.
Ends, and there are 2 days left to Christmas, as both Santa and Jack prepare to deliver toys to the world.
Trick or treat.
The kids capture Santa Claus, and Jack meets him and has a conversation telling him of the news about this year's Christmas.
In person. What a pleasure to meet you.
Well. What have we here? Santa Claus,
We are now finally introduced to the antagonist of the film, Oogie Boogie. Basically, he's a sack full of bugs and snakes, but he is the boogeyman.
You're joking.
So Boogie is keeping Santa captive, while Jack has his Christmas in the real world. But Sally tries to stop Jack from causing a cataclysm on the Earth by causing a thick fog.
You who are our pride, you who are our glory, you who have frightened living.
Oh no! We can't take off in this. The reindeer can't see an inch in front of their noses. No, Zero. Down.
But thanks to Zero's bright red nose, Jack is able to continue his current goal.
My way!
Now with the first stop on Jack's journey, he awakes the boy living in the house.
Santa.
The boy is frightened by Jack, but thinks he is still Santa.
Santa?
Merry Christmas! And what is your name? That's all right. I have a special present for you, anyway. There you go, Sonny.
And what did Santa bring you, honey?
Merry Christmas!
His presents are actually quite violent and frightening, and they'll attack the kids who get the gifts. Yeah. Stop! Ah. Ow. Okay, well, I at least know where I got my gift from last year.
Jack keeps visiting houses delivering the toys to the children who live there. Many people call the police to stop Jack by any means necessary, even if it's the military.
Turn off all the lights. Make sure the doors are locked. Hello, police.
Yes, ma'am, I understand. There is a impersonator of Santa on the loose. Don't worry, we'll get the military. We'll shoot him down.
Look, Zero! Searchlights! They're celebrating! They're thanking us for doing such a good job! Whoa! Careful down there! You almost hit us! It's okay, Zero! Head higher!
So in order to try and save Christmas, Sally tries to rescue Santa.
I'll get you out of here.
They're trying to hit us. 0!
But while she is doing this, Jack gets shot down by the military.
Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night!
You did it. You shot down Santa Claus. Wait, doesn't sound right.
What have I done? What have I done? How could I be so blind? All this lost, where was I?
Jack sings a song of his realization of his mistake. Even though he never meant to harm the children that he did.
Everything's gone all wrong. Uh-oh. I hope there's still time to set things right.
Now Jack is going to have to try to get Santa back and deliver presents to the world, but it turns out Sally failed to save Santa from Boogie.
What the?
Hello.
Okay.
Jack, but they said you were dead. You must be double dead.
Now Jack confronts Boogie, dealing with all his tricks and tracks.
Well, come on, Bone Man.
Jack, look out!
So long, Jack.
How dare you treat my friends so shamefully!
Now look what you've done. My bugs, my bugs, my bugs, my
Forgive me, Mr. Claus. I'm afraid I've made a terrible mess of your holiday.
Bumpy sleigh ride, Jack? He's all right.
Now that Christmas is saved, everyone rejoices in Jack's return, finding out that he isn't dead.
It's great to be home!
Santa visits Halloween Town, bringing snow to the town. And only Jack knows what snow is, so it's an amazement to everyone in the town.
What's this? Why, it's completely new. What's this? Must be a Christmas thing. What's this?
It's really very strange.
This is Halloween, 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 Halloween. What's this?
Careful, my precious jewel.
Then, finally, this leads to Jack realizing Sally likes him, and he has a small duet leading to them kissing in the moonlight.
My dearest friend, if you don't mind, I'd like to join you
by your side, where we can gaze into the stars and sit together now and forever. For it is plain, as anyone can see, we're simply meant to be.
I loved all the characters, all the sets, and basically everything about the movie, even the problems I mentioned earlier. But a little brief info about this movie is that the original idea for this concept was actually that it was a poem. Thanks for watching, rate, comment, subscribe, and now I'm going to let you listen to I'll let you listen and watch the poem and the original concept art made by Tim Burton and read by Christopher Lee. Peace out.
Getting inspiration for my movies comes from different sources. I remember years ago I was watching a store window being changed from Halloween decorations to Christmas decorations, and it triggered an idea for a story. I first wrote it as a poem called The Nightmare Before Christmas, and then I had the great luck and fortune to be able to make it into a movie. So right now you're about to hear a great reading of the poem. It's narrated by the great, legendary actor Christopher Lee with illustrations based on my original concept art. I hope you enjoy it.
It was late one fall in Halloween land, and the air had quite a chill. Against the moon, a skeleton sat, alone upon a hill. He was tall and thin, with a bat bow tie. Jack Skellington was his name. He was tired and bored in Halloween land. Everything was always the same. I'm sick of the scaring, the terror, the fright. I'm tired of being something that goes bump in the night. I'm bored with leering my horrible glances, and my feet hurt from dancing those skeleton dances. I don't like graveyards, and I need something new. There must be more to life than just yelling, boo! Then out from a grave, with a curl and a twist, came a whimpering, whining, spectral mist. It was a little ghost dog with a faint little bark, and a jack-o'-lantern nose that glowed in the dark. It was Jack's dog, Zero, the best friend he had. But Jack hardly noticed, which made Zero sad. All that night and through the next day, Jack wandered and walked. He was filled with dismay. Then, deep in the forest, just before night, Jack came upon an amazing sight. Not 20 feet from the spot where he stood were 3 massive doorways carved in wood. He stood before them, completely in awe, his gaze transfixed by one special door. Entranced and excited, with a slight sense of worry, Jack opened the door to a white, windy flurry. Jack didn't know it, but he'd fallen down in the middle of a place called Christmas Town. Immersed in the light, Jack was no longer haunted. He had finally found the feeling he wanted. And so that his friends wouldn't think him a liar, he took the present-filled stockings that hung by the fire. He took candy and toys that were stacked on the shelves, and a picture of Santa with all of his elves. He took lights and ornaments, and the star from the tree, and from the Christmas Town sign, he took the big letter C. He picked up everything that sparkled or glowed. He even picked up a handful of snow. He grabbed it all, and without being seen, he took it all back to Halloween. Back in Halloween, a group of Jack's peers stared in amazement at his Christmas souvenirs. For this wondrous vision, none were prepared. Most were excited, though a few were quite scared. For the next few days, while it lightened and thundered, Jack sat alone and obsessively wondered, why is it they get to spread laughter and cheer while we stalk the graveyards, spreading panic and fear? Well, I could be Santa, and I could spread cheer. Why does he get to do it year after year? Outraged by injustice, Jack thought, and he thought. Then he got an idea. Yes, why not? In Christmas Town, Santa was making some toys when through the din he heard a soft noise. He answered the door, and to his surprise, he saw weird little creatures in strange disguise. They were altogether ugly and rather petite. As they opened their sacks, they yelled, "Trick or treat!" Then a confused Santa was shoved into a sack and taken to Halloween to see Mastermind Jack. In Halloween, everyone gathered once more, for they'd never seen a Santa before. And as they cautiously gazed at this strange old man, Jack related to Santa his masterful plan. "My dear Mr. Claus, I think it's a crime that you've got to be Santa all the time. But now I will give presents, and I will spread cheer. We're changing places. I'm Santa this year. It is I who will say, 'Merry Christmas' to you. So you may lie in my coffin, creak doors, and yell, 'Boo!' And please, Mr. Claus, don't think ill of my plan, for I'll do the best Santa job that I can." And though Jack and his friends thought they'd do a good job, their idea of Christmas was still quite macabre. They were packed up and ready on Christmas Eve day when Jack hitched his reindeer to his sleek coffin sleigh. But on Christmas Eve, as they were about to begin, a Halloween fog slowly rolled in. Jack said, "We can't leave. This fog's just too thick. There will be no Christmas, and I can't be St. Nick." Then a small glowing light pierced through the fog. What could it be? It was Zero, Jack's dog. Jack said, "Zero, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight?" And to be so needed was Zero's great dream, so he joyously flew to the head of the team. And as the skeletal sleigh started its ghostly flight, Jack cackled, "Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night." 'Twas the nightmare before Christmas, and all through the house, not a creature was peaceful, not even a mouse. The stockings, all hung by the chimney with care, when opened that morning would cause quite a scare. The children, all nestled so snug in their beds, would have nightmares of monsters and skeleton heads. The moon that hung over the new-fallen snow cast an eerie pall over the city below, and Santa Claus' laughter now sounded like groans, and the jingling bells like chattering bones. And what to their wondering eyes should appear but a coffin sleigh with skeleton deer, and a skeletal driver so ugly and sick they knew in a moment this can't be St. Nick. From house to house, with a true sense of joy, Jack happily issued each present and toy. From rooftop to rooftop he jumped and he skipped, leaving presents that seemed to be straight from a crypt. Unaware that the world was in panic and fear, Jack merrily spread his own brand of cheer. He visited the house of Susie and Dave. They got a Gumby and Pokey from the grave. Then onto the home of little Jane Neiman. she got a baby doll possessed by a demon, a monstrous train with tentacle tracks, a ghoulish puppet wielding an axe, a man-eating plant disguised as a wreath, and a vampire teddy bear with very sharp teeth. There were screams of terror, but Jack didn't hear it. He was much too involved with his own Christmas spirit. Jack finally looked down from his dark, starry frights and saw the commotion, the noise, and the light. Why, they're celebrating. It looks like such fun. They're thanking me for the good job that I've done. But what he thought were fireworks meant as goodwill were bullets and missiles intended to kill. Then amidst the barrage of artillery fire, Jack urged Zero to go higher and higher, and away they all flew like the storm of a thistle until they were hit by a well-guided missile. And as they fell on the cemetery way out of sight, was heard, "Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night." Jack pulled himself up on a large stone cross, and from there he reviewed his incredible loss. I thought I could be Santa. I had such belief. Jack was confused and filled with great grief. Not knowing where to turn, he looked toward the sky. Then he slumped on the grave and he started to cry. And as Zero and Jack lay crumpled on the ground, they suddenly heard a familiar sound. "My dear Jack," said Santa, "I applaud your intent. I know wreaking such havoc was not what you meant, and so you are sad and feeling quite blue. But taking over Christmas was the wrong thing to do. I hope you realize Halloween's the right place for you. There's a lot more, Jack, that I'd like to say, but now I must hurry, for it's almost Christmas Day." Then he jumped in his sleigh, and with a wink of an eye, he said, "Merry Christmas!" and he bid them goodbye. Back home, Jack was sad, but then, like a dream, Santa brought Christmas to the land of Halloween.